All right, let's talk about a few things. Number one, I want to start out with I did make a video yesterday, and I didn't work out the day before. So those are both failed days when it comes to consistency. So mark them out on that. I also didn't work out yesterday. Yesterday was a little hard for me personally. A lot of shit happened. I'd rather not get into it. It's more personal. I know this is really just for me, but somebody passed away, so I didn't want to, do that. I had my mind cleared, thankfully, before the market. So I was good before market open. So that wasn't really the big problem for me. But let's get into this. Let's talk about this. So today was probably the best setup. Like, this was probably my best trading day I've ever had. Like, setup wise. Like, this was an A plus. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see today. Okay. On the 4 hour, we could see here, I marked these out because I thought at the time we had gotten above both of these highs before market opened. So I was like, okay, we're gonna look at these and I want to make sure, like, okay, there's a chance that these highs, this is on the 4 hour, could potentially make like a high time frame bearish SMT. But I was like, no. Let's see what happens on lower time frames. So I saw a couple of things, right? We had this bearish SMT that was made, but between this high and this high, which was cleared, and at the same time we did that, we made a bullish SMT pre-market. So I was expecting to at least get to these highs. So I wasn't going to take today was not a continuation trade type of day because in SMT, there was no like break of structure or anything. Technically, we're still in bearish order flow. So I wanted to see like a good break of structure here. So, oh shit. Okay. So I was like, okay, cool. I want to see something happen here, but we're most likely going to go for buys. I want London lows swept first. I can even show you that. I haven't finished this one fully, but going to be most likely a sweep of London session low and follow my plan after that. I wanted London session low, and then it was a couple things that I saw, right? We broke down here, and I wanted to see what would happen at the 9 a.m. mark. Or the 8:30, we could see. I have it marked out, or I had it marked out. We had just broken structure and inversed this tested fair value gap with this candle. So I was like, okay, this is like at market open. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe we could go sells here because technically, like, bulls, aren't fully clear because we have these highs that had not been swept yet at the time. So technically, we could be making a bullish SMT or a bearish SMT high time frame. So I was very comparable about that. We had broken structure to the downside on the 30-minute and inverse that fair value gap. So I was like, okay, there's a chance, but I want to see what the market does. And the market then breaks structure on the 5-minute. So right after the break of structure, I'm like, okay, well, we just swept London lows, which is what I wanted to do. We still have this SMT that I want to be potentially attacking because of this, even though they both been clear, so I can't really use that. So, but I still think that these are the highs that are going to be hit. We smashed past those highs without any retracement. So then we get this retracement. It's a little easier, you can see on this. We come down, hit equilibrium right here. And I wanted to inverse this fair value gap right here. This was my target. We inversed it. It filled me up here. All those are here, but again, there's a lot of momentum. It filled me up here. So we got that 5-minute break of structure, a big equilibrium retracement to an inverse fair value gap. Everything looked really nice. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It swept London lows on NASDAQ. It already swept London lows on S&P, but swept London lows on NASDAQ. Shot up. Got a little bit of a retracement to that equilibrium point. And then came up. Although it wasn't the shortest trade, you know, it took probably about what? I got in at 9:09. I got out at basically an hour. It was basically an hour trade, an hour long. But we came down, hit this 50% on the fair value gap, like this one. I think it is, or which one was it? Yeah, 50% on this fair value gap. Although we already hit the 50%, but you know, we came down. We actually filled the fair value gap. Came down, swept these lows. That's what it was. We swept these lows, and then came up, bull run. I could have got to that, the 1.4 to 1 instead of the 1.1. But to be honest, although they were very close, the difference between these, I mean, yeah, I could have went for them, I guess. Because they were literally like a couple minutes apart. But I thought when we first, what's it called, broke structure, it was a 1.8 to 1. Like where I wanted to break, or where I wanted to inverse the fair value gap, like the exact spot. I wanted it down here. So this is a 1.8. So to have it right there, that's a lot. Yeah, no. Sorry. But yeah, dog. This was a perfect day. I want more trades like this. Very patient. I didn't trade yesterday because there was one trade possibility that I could have gotten, and I'll show you what that is. It was literally at market open, basically. With this right here, because I wanted a 5-minute sweep of lows, but like, so we had swept lows here, and we didn't sweep the lows here. We were looking at these lows. Can we go to 5-minute here so it's easier to see? We had this low right here, and we didn't sweep it, although we swept it here. So we would have been looking for a break. See, we broke structure here, so literally it would have been this as the structure. This would have been down to here, and I think we would have taken it to this high right here. Something like that. Yeah, that looks right. If I remember correctly, it was either that high or something like that. Where is that one? I'll tell you right now. Let's see. Press play, spin back, shake, shake. Gen 5, this not Mambe. Stop sign. Dead and wrong way. My bad. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, it would either be that or that. So let's see. No, it was definitely not that. Yeah. It must have been either that or maybe even higher, like to these highs. I wouldn't be surprised if it went up to these highs. 3.2 or like a 2. No, it was this. It was 2 to 1. 100% it was 2 to 1. But again, this is literally they're not pre-market, but right after a market opens. This is, I'd be putting in this trade at 8:34. This is not the trade I want to be putting in. But that would have been the trade. I don't trade at 8:34, so I stayed patient. We kept bull running the whole day. We kept going up. And by the time, I got off the charts like 9:20, like right before we dropped. I got off the charts like right here. Because I was like, okay, it's 9:19. We don't even have any sort of like retracement really. So I'm not even going to worry about it. By the way, I should have taken it on S&P. So I might have actually taken that trade on, I would have taken that trade on S&P, but maybe I'm bugging. I don't know. It would have been. Maybe to fill this for value gap. No, that would have filled it already. I mean, I guess. It would either be that or this high, probably. It's a 1 to 5, and I wouldn't even got it, but I don't know. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I didn't trade yesterday. That's why. I'm probably gonna fill this out fully because I didn't. What's it called? I didn't fill this out fully. Was during everything that I wanted to see the market do, it did. Swept on the lows, broke high time structure at 9 a.m. and hit equilibrium before an inverse fair value gap. Perfect setup for me. Although we already grabbed a lot of buy side liquidity already, there was no way we weren't bullish today. And we're still bull running. We're still bull running. So that would have cashed. Not that it would have cashed, it did cash. I made like $800 something. I actually have it in here. $813.78. My bad, that's my dog. But yeah. This is everything. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Peace out, brothers. My bad. Peace out, y'all.